Semantic SEO for more LLM visibility. Today I'm joined with Karl Hudson. We've done a lot of work over the years on semantic SEO. We've been learning from the guy himself, Mr. Tuggy Tuckberg. So with regards to semantic SEO, why is it important to be looking to learn it or team up with someone who can implement properly a semantic content network, a topical map, and get those micro semantics bang on point to get recommended by ChatGPT, to get recommended by Claude, to get recommended by all the other LLMs?
So it's all about, we'll go on about all the time, of course. It's all about lowering the cost of retrieval. And it's super important to be as concise as possible, but also, as detailed with that conciseness. So entities, attributes, all of these different elements on the page, getting all the different HTML elements, the sentence structure, how words are used and how are they connected to each sentence. That is all hyper important when it comes to feeding the LLMs, because it understands black and it understands white. It doesn't understand gray. You have to basically feed it the information, and you have to feed it in the right manner. And this is why Corey excels at it. So
with regards to that, when you're saying feed it in the right manner, basically semantic triples, everything seems to come in threes. Every time within semantics, it's always within threes. Can you explain to someone a semantic triple? So I'll give you the question and then you answer it. And then from there, then you can explain and break down the subject, predicate, object.
Yeah.
How old is Karl Hudson? Now you do the answer within a semantic triple.
So you'd say Karl Hudson is 19-year-old. No.
So on there, you've done subject Karl Hudson, that's the entity. Is the predicate, and the object is 19 years old. So, and it's important to be repeating back. And what a lot of people seem to do wrong with semantic SEO is they'll just go, Karl is 19 years old. And Karl isn't the entity name. Karl Hudson is the entity name. That's what the KGM ID is, Karl Hudson.
Yeah.
And I think so many people they go, he is 19 years old. And again, who's he?
Or I.
Yeah, I am 19 years old. And who's I? So it's really important for people to understand the semantic triples. And this forms part of micro semantics. And this is how you can connect what you was talking about, an entity with another entity or entity with attributes and stuff like that. So that's on the micro semantics. But what seems to become more and more important is a semantic content network. You've got lots of different topics and they're all being connected together. And now more than ever with regards to query fan out and LLM visibility, it now has become more important to connect your entity with all the services that you offer and the topics that you offer. Can you explain why that structure, like the way I explain it to my team is, it's like you're building a house. And if you've not got an architectural drawing and you just start building a wall and you don't know where the windows go or anything like that, you need the architectural drawing. And that's what a semantic content network is. It's a full topical map with all the content briefs, the macro and the micro content, where you're going to be doing the internal linking. It's the whole everything around the architectural drawing of a house. Yeah. It's that architectural drawing of a website. Why does that form very important? It seems to be everyone in the semantic SEO group has been excelling since AI has come along. They've now all become LLM SEO experts. They've now all become AI SEO experts, GEO experts, AEO experts, whatever you want to call it. It seems to be the semantic SEO group have just got it right. Is it the micro semantics? Is it the semantic content network? Is it everything? What's your thoughts on that, of why they all seem to be crushing it?
I think a lot of that's down to, with LLMs and the query fan out, because you're going to be covering a lot of those elements when you're doing a semantic content network. You're going to be doing that, when you're doing your topical maps, you're going to be working out the structure of each of the page, the macro, the micro content, where you're internally linking, what that then internally links to in the outer context of the pillars. And then you kind of formulate the map from there. But all of that is all feeding and answering the query find out. 9 times out of 10, you're answering the query find out in different ways. So it could be the various different attributes. So let's say if it was myself, my age, what I do, where I live, when I was born, like maybe my parents, so connect those dots, etc. There's like a million ways to do it, and you really, with AI, you can get it to help you define what you should be looking at as well, which is fantastic because before you never had that. So I think that's also why the semantic SEO is excelling when it comes to LLM visibility, is because the users were already in the mindset of they have to fill in all of the gaps. There's no gaps.
Yeah.
That's the point. There's no gaps.
I want to do one last question with regards to semantic SEO for LLM visibility. And they are brilliant with the semantic content networks. They are brilliant with the topical maps. They are brilliant with the micro semantics. And now what seems to have become more important is third-party corroboration. That off-page topical map. How you can say everything on your website as a first-party source and saying, this is who I am, this is what I do, this is why I'm freaking brilliant, and this is why I'm better than competition. Like we've got now, off-page with an AI reputation tree. Why is it important from a semantic SEO standpoint to get the third-party corroborative sources to repeat everything that's on your site for better LLM visibility?
Again, it's improving the consensus and all the data. It's basically confirming. So if you imagine you get a recommendation or you get multiple recommendations of someone, that's confirming that you're an expert in that niche or in whatever you're doing. That's the exact same way that the third-party websites and data, various recommendations, reviews, awards, all of that will attribute more and more validation to the LLMs that you are a core entity and that you should be recommended by them.
Yeah, for sure. Anyone who's watching this, I'm a massive advocate that you should be learning semantic SEO. I think it's a huge part of AI SEO or AEO or LLM SEO, whatever you want to call it. Getting yourself cited and recommended in Gemini, Claude, and ChatGPT is very important. If you don't understand the micro semantics, you're always going to struggle. Like what Karl was saying there, and connecting those entities, connecting the entity attributes, really important to get that done on page, but also off page. Karl, it's been an absolute pleasure, and we hope you like the episode on semantic SEO for better LLM visibility.